Hey everybody, this is Phoenix Down, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. In the last episode, we vanquished the Dirt Dragon over at the Opera House, and then we rid the skies of the Scourge of Doomgaze once and for all, and acquired the Bahamut Magicite as a reward for doing that. And in between episodes, I forgot to mention this in the outro, but I finally came back to the Colosseum to wager the Ragnarok sword, and as a result, I have acquired the Illumina, a legendary sword. I guess it's the Excalibur and other more recent translations like Game Boy Advance and iOS. The most powerful sword in the game. It's Pearl Elemental. It can only be equipped by Terra, Locke, Edgar, and Celeste. Terra and Celeste will probably be the only ones using it. And it increases your magic block by 50 points. It is really good. Your battle power's maxed out. It boosts your stats by 10 points apiece. Not that it matters in this case, but evade also increases by 50, so it's got some benefits in the more recent, less buggy versions of the game as well. So that's really nice. I don't remember if it has a random chance of casting Pearl or not, probably not, but it's pretty powerful. I think it uses your MP to do critical attacks every time, like the Ragnarok sword does. It's unfortunate that under normal conditions you can't have both the Ragnarok and the Illumina at the same time. You have to use one to get the other. In the Game Boy Advance version, and I'm assuming the iOS version with bonus post-game content, there are ways around that, but I'll talk about that another time. It requires stealing from the final boss of the game, so you can't really get to keep what you get from that fight unless you're playing the Game Boy Advance version. Anyway, since I'm here at the Colosseum and I've got Shadow in a party, I didn't recover after the fights in the Colosseum. Celeste had the fight against the Daedalus, I think it's how it's called. It basically a palette swap of Dullahan from Daryl's Tomb, and I had a wall ring equipped and just about perfect magic block, and I did pretty well. Eventually, you have to watch out for its blaster attack, which can do instant death, but and she had Minerva Bustier to protect against fire elemental attacks. She was fine. It ran out of MP before I could kill it, and she cast Vanish on herself, which made the physical attacks miss continuously. But anyway, since I'm here, I may as well rest up for the night. Catch some Z's. We could all use some rest. What the? Yeah, this is odd. If you have Shadow in your party and you stay at inns, there is a random chance that something like this might happen. It's like, oh, there's this weird palette swap of a thief guy. Clyde, I'm done for. Find me here, please, Clyde. Okay. That's odd. So who's Clyde? It's curiouser and curiouser. Yeah, that is the first time I ever saw this, I was really weirded out by it. But then we get happy sleeping time music, so it's all good. So basically, Shadow has these dream sequences that trigger when you stay at an inn. I think people say conflicting things about this, but in my experience, I have not had any success staying at the really, really cheap inn over in Famasa, or sleeping in the bed at Mobliz for free. I have had zero success with that, so I don't recommend using those methods, and at this point in the game, money's less of an issue, so you can splurge for the sweet rank inns and everything to get your dreams and everything. Now, there are 4 of those dreams in total, plus the 5th one that we already saw when we rescued Shadow over in the Cave to the Veldt. Technically, you're supposed to see that one last, but there are so few opportunities in the World of Balance to see Shadow's dreams. You either have to hire him. I'm not sure if there's a way to make it happen with when you have during Sabin scenario and you have Shadow in the party. I don't think you can trigger it then. You could try sleeping at the crazy old guy's house, but I don't think it works. But The earliest I know of that you can trigger these dreams is when you hire Shadow in Kolaghan the first time you ever visit Kolaghan after Terra turns into the Asper form for the first time and you're trying to find her. That's the soonest you can find her, or find these dreams. They're 4 in all again. Money's more of an issue back then, and I just don't bother. I guess the other time, you might be able to make it work in Famasa before you talk to Strago and trigger the fire sequence. But the innkeeper charges you like 1,000 or 1,500 GP to stay at the inn and under those conditions, which is really pricey. And yeah, I'm willing to see the dreams out of order. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep staying at the inn until I see the other 3 dream sequences here, and I'll just cut ahead to when each dream starts. So I'll see you guys in the next dream. So let's rest. Shadow, I want some good entertainment from you. Alright, here we go. Here's dream number 2. Oh, we got Clyde and Baram. Yahoo! We did it, Clyde. 1,000,000 GP. What a blast. I love this. Guess it's time to change our name. Our name? We need something more appropriate. Such as? Shadow! Not bad, huh? I thought of it myself. Great train robbers of the century. Shadow? Huh. Alright, that was dream number 2. Alright, let's try for 3. Alright, here we go. Open your eyes. I'm scared. Is this my blood? You're gonna be okay. I've let you down. I've let you down. I'm sorry. Save your strength. We're almost to a town. You don't have to pretend. I know. I've lost too much blood. Get going. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna slow you down. But you wanna get caught? Before you go, you have to use your knife. What? Think what they'll do to me if I get caught. I don't want to go through that. Do me this favor. Are you... Oh, wait. I keep getting these guys mixed up. Are you shaking? I can't believe it. You're acting like a coward. Come on, you weakling. Grab a knife and... I can't. Clyde. I'm sorry. Clyde, how dare you? And that was dream number 3. That one was a bit censored. I'm actually surprised they even mentioned blood at all. Somehow that slipped past the censors. But basically, Baram or whatever was telling Clyde he needed to kill him before their pursuers would catch them and torture him to get information. So, yeah. Okay, one more dream to go. So let's rest up. And here we are, the final dream. Oh, hey, there's a dog. And there's Clyde. He's not doing so well. Oh, hey, there's a lady. Who are you, miss? Hey, stay with me now. And that dog, I wonder, is that Interceptor? Where am I? A small village called Fama. Hang in there. I guess he passed out or something. And that is dream number 4. Now, if you piece that together with the dream we saw after rescuing Shadow, outside of the at the cave to the Veldt, where Clyde is leaving. If you haven't figured it out yet, Clyde is Shadow before he became Shadow, before he became the ninja assassin and all that. But basically, Clyde wound up in Famasa. You'll notice that dog, that was probably Interceptor, I'm assuming. And he met a lady there. Then, if you remember the other dream, he's talking about having to leave a girl behind. And then the dog follows him anyway. And the thing is that if you also remember, I mentioned before, I'm not showcasing it because it requires playing through a big chunk of the game again. But if you do not get Shadow, if you leave Shadow to die on the floating continent, you find Relm at the cave to the Veldt instead. And she will have her own dream sequence that's actually kind of running parallel a little bit to what's going on here, saying how someone is leaving her behind. And you also factor in things like how Shadow and Relm are the only two characters that can equip memento rings, and they each have their own, basically. So the long story short is that Shadow is actually Relm's father. Yeah, this is, I mean, the game's about 20 years old now. I mean, a lot of people that play the game know this now, but there's still a few people out there that never made that connection. So Shadow wound up in Famasa, he had a child. You know, Strago is not really Relm's granddaughter. Someone mentioned that before, that one old lady in the item shop back in the World of Balance. So this whole thing is, it's an interesting little tidbit of information. Shadow's this mysterious figure, and yet he has this connection with this whole other seemingly unrelated character, and that also explains why Interceptor likes Relm so much. Kind of recognizes her as, you know, I guess Interceptor belonged to the Relm's mom originally. So yeah, it's pretty deep actually. Anyway, I've had enough dreaming here at least, but you know, I know someone else that could stand to have a dream or two, but I'm going to head over to the airship now. I'm going to change up my party, and we're going to head on over to Doma Castle. Because if you remember, there was a rumor about demons appearing when you go to sleep there. So we might want to investigate. Cyan might want to have some, you know, he's still the retainer of the King of Doma, even though it's been a year since the castle fell to Kefka and the Empire. So I'm going to change up my party, and I will meet you guys on the airship. Alright, so now let's head on over to Doma Castle. Got my party all set up, everyone's equipped with ribbons because that's going to be a thing in the next dungeon. But anyway, going back to Shadow's dreams, one thing I forgot to mention, and this is just like a personal note, when I was a kid playing this game, here's Doma Castle by the way, I used to think that Barum was actually still alive somewhere because because of the censorship and the way things are worded, I didn't realize that he was technically dying. And I used to like scour the world map here in the World of Ruin, seeing if I could figure out if he was like hiding someplace like Duncan was. There's absolutely no indication whatsoever to suggest that in the game. It's just something that my imagination just kind of worked up. So I just go to all these little corners on the world map, just these obscure places. Oh yeah, you can land the airship here. I wonder if something's here, and nothing's there. But you know, that's just a cool thing you don't see of some games these days. You know, the exploration that you can just like go out and just search things, just because, not because there's any real indication that there's anything there. It's a little disappointing that it's not actually. But anyway, we're back at Doma Castle. I love Cyan's theme. It's basically the best thing about him. Now that I think about it, you know, we never did come back here in the World of Ruin, or World of Balance, did we, after doing the banquet with the Emperor? So there's some treasure we did not raid before. It was nothing important, which is part of the reason why I probably forgot about it. But anyway, we go over here into Cyan's family bedroom. We get an X potion. Yeah, that's all that was in that chest. I mean, it would have been, I guess it's not that great back in the earlier parts of the game because, you know, other healing items do just as well then. But anyway, there's also a storage room over this way. We can get a couple more items inside this little place here. Yeah, the castle's still in ruins. Over here we get a Phoenix Down, those are always nice. And here we get the beads. This is a relic that boosts your evade, but in this version of the game it's totally worthless. All it's good for is selling, pretty much. It boosts your evasion by like 30 points, I think, something like that. I'm not sure the specific numbers, but if you're playing a different version of the game, it's better then. But alright, I think that's all the treasure here. You know, there was also that one pot. Oh wait, no, it's not. That's not all the treasure yet. Go over down this way. Yeah, there was an antidote in that pot earlier. That was the only treasure we could get when Cyan was searching this place for survivors after Kefka poisoned the place. But if we go into the knight's quarters, we have a chest here with an Aether, and we check out the clock, and we have a medicine cabinet hidden in a clock once again, a timekeeping medicine cabinet with an elixir. Alright, and that's all the treasure we can find here in Doma Castle. Now if you remember, there was a rumor about when you stay a night at the Doma Castle, mysterious demons would come for you. So let's check that out. We need Cyan in the party in order to trigger this, but let's take a rest. And I also brought Strago and Shadow along. So we're healing up. You know, happy sleeping time music. Everybody's waking up. Oh, Cyan, you're still sleeping? Cyan, get out of bed, you lazy bum. Wait, what the? Quirky music. Ah! Dancing kids. There's 3 of them. What do you guys want? I'm Curly. I'm Larry. And I'm Mo. Wait, what? Oh no, don't tell me. Woolsey, don't tell me you did this. The 3 Dream Stooges. And apparently they're laying claim to Cyan's soul. Yeah. And today they dine well. So you say, but you come back here, you chowder heads. Alright, it's been so long since I've watched 3 Stooges, I don't quite remember all the lines, but anyway, we are now inside Cyan's soul. We have a party of 3 members. We can see Strago over there. We've been separated. Shadow's alone right now. I equipped him with the memento ring and the ribbon. I brought Shadow specifically for that reason. That way he can't be instant killed or inflicted with status ailments by the enemies here. Terra's up there, but the Stooges are watching her. And we have some new enemies, the Barbie and the Critics. Okay, I'm just gonna go with physical attacks anyway. Lots of status ailments get thrown around. There's a certain enemy in this game that can do the disaster attack. I think it's disaster, or either that's the evil toot that the Phantom Train used in that boss battle, which can inflict a 1 random status ailment on each character in the party. Alright, the Barbie's out of the picture. So we just gotta take out the Critic. The Critic is one of the only enemies in the entire game that does not have a palette swap in like a later dungeon. And it's a very unusual looking creature. It also has a chance to teach Strago some new lores, which is one of the reasons why I brought Strago. You know, it has a random chance of, like each turn, like the first turn it has like a 33% chance of casting. You want to take the left door first. Come over here. I'm not gonna mess with you unless my brothers are here. See ya! Get back here, you numbskull. But alright, we got Terra back. So our party is growing. We'll take this door here. Now I want to take the upper door this time. And the door on the right here. Alright, there we go. There's Strago. He says the same thing and he runs off. And alright, the party has been reunited. Everybody's back together. And we have another new enemy, the Allosaurus. This is just like a generic dinosaur type enemy, and Shadow dispatched it in a single hit. Well done, Shadow, well played. He has the striker equipped. He wasn't really much of a threat anyway. He tries to poison you. So let's take this single door here. And now we're in the final area of this segment. So I'm just gonna, what I want to do right now, before pressing onwards, I want to fish out the remaining enemies, and I want to find the Critic again now that I have Strago in the party, because I want to learn a new blue magic spell. And while we're at it, might as well take out another Allosaur. See how much longer he lasts this time. Not long at all, okay. And Shadow learned some new magic. Well done, well played. So, come on, another new battle. And we have a new enemy, the Parasites. These guys are basically like the Espics from the Serpent Trench, only they have like they have powerful spells but very little magic power. I'm going to throw a fire skein at them. Terra will wipe out the Aliosaur pretty quickly. Oh, actually, fire skein took it out. Wow, nice. Now I want to find there's I think it's called Pandora, but it might be something else. And then I also want to fight the critics. This is the only place you can fight those two enemies. And here's both of them, alright. So now I'm just going to stand pat and, well, actually I'm going to attack the Pandoras. They are undead. They can be killed with the life spell. And I'm just going, alright, okay, awesome. That's the spell I was looking for. Pandora, on its first turn, has a chance of casting, and it regenerated. That's what happens when you use an instant death move on a Pandora. And Roulette landed on Critic there. I should have had Terra go after the Pandoras, because Shadow's just going to instant kill it over and over again. And it knows absolute zero. That's going to hurt. Why did I do that with Shadow? Unfortunately, Strago does not absorb ice. Why did I do that with Shadow? But anyway, the Critic, going back to the Critic. It has a, on its first turn, it has like 3 different turns, basically. And on the first one, it has a 1 in 3 chance of doing Roulette, which is a blue magic spell that Strago has just learned. On its second turn, it has a chance of doing the level ? Pearl attack. So if you didn't want to risk sketching the Red Dragon to learn that, that's one way around that. You just wait till you get here and bring Strago along. And on the third turn, what is it? It does Condemned. So that's a good chance to learn some new blue magic for Strago that way. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick moment to heal up Strago, and let's enter this door. And whoa, Bright Flash. And there's the Stooges. Yeah, we already established that. Woolsey, you out ahead. Now let's rumble. And it's time for a boss battle against the 3 Dream Stooges. Each one of these guys has a specific elemental strength or weakness. Well, in Moe's case, there isn't much on the weakness front. But anyway, Curly is the one we want to defeat first because he has the ability to heal, or revive, I should say, the other 2 Dream Stooges if they fall in battle. And he is weak to ice magic. Strago, I'm going to use him for some crowd controlling. I'm going to have him use Sour Mouth on Larry first. That should inflict him with both Mute and Confusion. I'm going to have Shadow fight against Curly as well. So yep, he's been confused, and he's also been muted, I'm pretty sure. Oh, not Fire 3, Ice 3. And Moe in the front, he absorbs lightning elemental attacks, but he does not have a specific weakness. I'm gonna hit him with Sour Mouth as well. That should at least do something to him. I forget exactly what. But alright, Curly's been defeated. That's 1 down. So we'll focus our efforts on Moe now. Clear him out. Just have Terra do physical attacks. I figured Larry hit himself, so he's no longer confused. He's not going to be helping us out inadvertently. Now I'll just have Strago do some physical attacks. If I want, I guess I could have, okay, Moe's been defeated. All that's left is Larry, and he is weak to fire magic. So I'll have Terra cast up a Fire 3. This might be enough to finish him off at this point. Larry's the weakest of the 3. He's also susceptible to instant death spells like Doom. So if you have that at your disposal, you have a chance of wiping them out. And we've done it! We defeated the 3 Dream Stooges and got 6 magic points. However, now that those numbskulls are taken care of, we still have the issue with you know, we're still trapped in Cyan's soul, and there's no sign of Cyan himself. So we'll have to follow this door and go deeper down the rabbit hole next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. This has been Phoenix Down, and I will see you guys next time.